Right now, us students should be getting ready for the reopening of the school year and dealing with all the tumult that comes with it. But this year is a peculiar year. Youth around the country and in Baltimore find themselves having to petition and rally for a number of issues that frankly were ignored by the people in power. For years, our youth and community leaders cried out to lawmakers and those we entrusted to represent our interests. However, the cycle of dismissing issues and inaction continued. So what do we do now? We educate ourselves on the issues. We mobilize like we're doing now, and we vote. We have to let the officials in these buildings, in every school board, every local, state, and federal legislature, and this year especially, the White House, know that we're watching and scrutinizing their action. And we intend to hold them accountable for everything.
We're dealing with a lot more issues as youth. Right now, we're plagued with the need to fight for racial justice, climate change, school safety, mental health, and the list goes on and on and on. I don't need to tell you guys about it. You guys live through it. We all do. So the answer is, how do we act on that, right? How do we bring the change that we are trying to seek? So it's a lot more than just retweeting, reposting, liking, commenting, and sharing and thinking that's it. We can't just go home after this and think the job is done. Trust me, I know. This is the 5th rally I've spoken at, and there's still so much more work we need to do. And so what's the first greatest thing that we could do? How many of you are registered to vote by a raise of hand? Good. So those that aren't, there's a wonderful table right here, the NAACP. They'll help you to register to vote. That's the first greatest thing that you can do in this country is vote. Because after 2016, what happened when a lot of people complained about the results? Those were the people that didn't vote. And now in this election and other elections, it doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. What matters is you're exercising your duty to vote. So after this election, if you didn't go to the polls, if you didn't apply for a ballot, and you don't like the outcome of what happens in November, then that is the problem. But it's also beyond just voting. It means speaking out about what's right. And this starts within our schools. It starts within our communities. It starts within our friend groups. You know, a lot of my peers tell me that they're starting to have uncomfortable conversations with their peers about what's happening around the country. And that's good. That's good to have that dialogue, to speak about what makes us uncomfortable. America is only as great as we make it to be. You guys all have taken government and those words in the preamble of the Constitution to strive for a more perfect union. America has its flaws, and again, we can make a whole book on it, and we still continue to have that. But it's the striving to be perfect. And I hate to say it, but it's up to us to do that. You know, our leaders today, our politicians who have been in office for decades, continue to make those promises and nothing happens. So that's why it's up to us to do that, to make that change, to be that change we are striving to seek. And you don't have to run for office, you don't have to be a congressman, the president, you just have to be you. What's so great about this country is that your voice is just as powerful as the man in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. You have social media. You have friends that you can reach out to. You have a platform just as powerful as anyone else. But all you have to do is believe in yourself that you can. And age does not matter. I don't care if you're 5 or 55. Everyone has a voice that they can use and use it to their advantage. What matters is how you use it and when you're going to use it. So after this rally today, I hope you leave by first registering to vote, going to vote, and think about what you can do. It can be small within your homes, within your communities, and even your schools. But as long as you're doing something, so we can strive to live in a world that we want our future children to live in and for ourselves to live in. We're inheriting this world. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to inherit this world right now. So let's make it the world we want it to be. And I'm confident that our generation is going to be the one to solve that.
Your voices must make a difference. You must question You must take a look at the curriculum that's before you that has not changed an awful lot. And you must be the voice to say, now is the time to make some changes, to speak to the America we now live in, so that you don't become me. And 55 years later, still wonder why we are waiting for the change. Don't complain because you have to read Huckleberry Finn and it's got a lot of derogatory language in it. Understand the time period. What you should be asking is, why do we still hear in 2020 some of the same derogatory language that are in that book that took place, context, during slavery? Why are we still hearing people looking at people of color in the same ways? Ask the truth. Don't just talk about, well, it's something missing in our history. What? Ask why it is that many of you can get through 12 years of school in Baltimore County and never have a brown or a black teacher or an Asian teacher. Ask that question. Take a look at your textbooks and ask why you don't have one, all right, maybe one, textbook that is written by someone who is brown or black or Asian. Ask those questions. Hold those of us who are on the school board accountable. You elect us. Hold us accountable. Hold the system accountable for giving you the sort of education that will help you live in a multicultural society. Brown and black people are not going away. You're not going away. We need to learn how to live together, and that means sometimes having those very difficult questions and conversations. Use your voices. But it is not enough to come to the rallies. When the rallies are over, just like Reuben said, there is a call to action. Speak up. Hold not only us accountable, hold your friends accountable, hold yourself accountable. Speak up. Josh is a scary person. He is a young man who, even before he was sworn in, was speaking truth to the board. And he continues to do that. Be that scary. It's a good scary. You have a job before you. Now, coming here, my conversation with God was, don't take me until I can see the difference. I need you to do that. I need you to make a difference. Don't let today be the end. Make a difference. Speak truth. Speak truth. Speak truth. Not never, not later, not soon, but now.
Voting is a right of all citizens, no matter where you live, the color of your skin, or what you make. It is a right for everyone who is 18 years and older. And it's the way we get things moving in this country. We vote because it's the way we get specific services for our community. And our right to vote is under attack. This current federal administration is making it extremely hard for citizens to vote, and in some places making it extremely hard to register. And this is why it is extremely important why each one who is 18 or older registers to vote. and that you tell students, even if you are in high school, if you're going to be 18 before the election, you can register and vote. Change can only happen if we elect people who share our vision. After the shooting in Parkland High School in Florida, and the students cried out for change, and they were told different things, but they said it was BS, and it was. And the officials did not respond to them. They vowed to register and vote. And not only vote, but to vote out anyone who was taking money from the NRA and vote in those people who shared their conviction. And they have been doing that. They have been registering people across this country, in every state, everywhere that they can. And these peaceful demonstrators who are being sprayed with tear gas and locked up for exercising their right to peacefully protest, I hope are registering to vote, and will remember them in November. Young people will be the change that has to happen. You are the change agents that are going to make a difference. You must register and vote. As Cheryl Pasteur said, if you want to see a difference in Baltimore County's public schools curriculum and the curriculum across the state, you have to be active. You have to speak up, and you have to elect people who share your conviction.